Hi, I'm Greg Allen, the manager of the Irvington Theater, coming to you live, on tape, from an empty historic theater here in Irvington, New York. You know, our theater commission has been thinking of ways that we can bring the arts to you during this time, since you can't come and fill these empty seats. So we decided that we would do a solo series. And by doing these, it's kind of all alone. So I'm the cameraman, I'm the lighting guy, I'm doing social distancing here by myself. But we wanted to start with a quarantine story time. So grab the kids into the room, whatever you're watching on your computer or your TV, and we are going to settle in for a story. Being a solo series, the commissioners thought, well, they could start with me. Many of you don't know that I'm also a writer and a filmmaker. I've written 3 children's books, 2 of which are on autism awareness. Now, this is the first time in 7 years that I have not been able to be at schools during Autism Awareness Month in April talking to children. It's based on my godson, and if you want to know about the books and about my godson, you can go to chickenboyadventures.com and read all about it. But I want you to sit back now and listen to a story about a little boy with autism who believes he's a superhero. I have a superhero inside my head. See how all the toys are lined up? Some children with autism, they need to have things in very specific order. I call him Chicken Boy. Doctors say I have autism, which is a fancy word for me living inside my own brain. Look at that. He's on the playground, all by himself watching the kids play, but he's imagining that he's playing with them. When I eat chicken fingers, ketchup, and french fries, Chicken Boy comes out. Baka! People sometimes look at me when I make my superhero sound. That's because they can't see my superhero powers. Look at that inside of his brain. He's so smart doing his math and everything that's going on in his head. But even superheroes have a weak spot. Chicken Boy can't handle crying babies. Sometimes I run away from the loud noise out into the rain. No one can understand why Chicken Boy finds it peaceful and fun. For me, that's my superhero energy falling from the sky. What's he doing? He's catching the rain on his tongue. I bet a lot of you like to do that too. It's also sometimes hard for me to talk and play with others. So see, out there on the playground, he has to cover his ears up too because there's so much noise going on outside. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to. So even on the playground, he's imagining that he's over there playing with them because he really wants to be. It just might take a little more effort to get me to do it. If you ever see someone like me, don't be scared. Just take time to get to know me. And maybe you can be a superhero with me. Baka! So after that first book was published and I kept heading to schools and talking about it, some of the teachers and the school nurses said to me, well, why don't you do one about the problems that children with autism might have when they go to a doctor or dentist? So I did some research on that one and ended up writing Chicken Boy, a superhero with autism deals with doctors and dentists. Sometimes my mom says I need a checkup, so I have to visit my doctor or dentist. Look at him, there he is with his hands over his ears, not wanting to hear what she has to say. A doctor helps our bodies stay healthy. A dentist takes care of our teeth. If I'm sick or in pain, I may not be able to tell my mom where I hurt. This is because I have autism. It makes it hard to express myself. That makes my trips to the doctor and dentist very important. Mom can find out what is wrong and get me back in good health. When I go into the doctor's office, I see all the tools they use on patients. There is the squishy armband hanging on the wall and the big scale to see how much I weigh. I hear noises that I'm not used to. There is a beep, beep, beep from the thermometer machine. I taste the wooden stick placed on my tongue while I say, ah.
I feel the cold stethoscope that the doctor puts on my chest. The hard table has white paper that crumbles when I sit. Do you ever notice when you go that paper is always crumbly underneath you? The doctor also has bandages like the ones Mom uses on me. They smell like clean and calm air. I also smell rubber gloves that remind me of the scent of a balloon. When I visit the dentist, there is a tray of all his utensils that he will need. There is the bzzz of a drill too. The noise from the drill is very loud and travels from my mouth into my ears. Oh, he can't handle that noise at all. I can even feel the round metal mirror the dentist uses to look at the inside of my mouth. The dentist uses the minty toothpaste to clean my teeth. Sometimes I get scared from the sights, sounds, and sensations I encounter when visiting the doctor and dentist. Well, the superhero inside of me helps me to be brave. That's when Chicken Boy takes over. Baka! So even when he's there, he can pretend that he's that superhero. They say that having autism can affect my desire to be touched. I know that doctors have to examine me in order to tell my parents what is wrong and to make me better. Being a superhero, I have an invisible shield that surrounds my body to help calm me while the doctor checks me. So see, he's going through all the different things that he has as a superhero while he's there. Sometimes I can block out what is going on. I can count in my head, sing a song to myself, or recite my favorite television show. So he's kind of taking himself to another place so he doesn't pay attention to what's happening. Many times my mom brings a sensory bottle for me to hold. Chicken Boy loves the one where the liquid squishes back and forth. It soothes me while the dentist counts my teeth. Superheroes can teleport to other locations. I use my mind to do the same thing. I pretend to ride a horse, swim in my pool, or eat a favorite dessert. His is ice cream. Do you have a favorite dessert too? All superheroes fight a villain. For me, my villain is the sights, sounds, smells, and feelings that attack me all at once. So look at this. All of those things that were happening, they're all attacking him, and he's just pushing them away. I sometimes want to jump right up out of the chair, but a superhero doesn't run from a villain. Having autism makes me different, but different isn't bad. I'm sure a lot of kids have some of the same fears I do when visiting doctors and dentists. Well, feel free to use my superhero powers to help you cope when you visit the doctor or dentist. And so he's sharing his powers with some other little kid who has to go so that he can use all those things that he talked about that he does when you go to the doctor or dentist too. And you know what you might say? Baka! The end. Well, thank you for joining me on this first solo set. I hope you enjoyed the book. If you're interested in the other, I said I write 3 children's books. The other one is Irving the Theater Nut, which is based on a squirrel from right here in this theater, a squirrel that wants to perform on the stage so badly that he finds a way to do it. So you can check that out on that site too. Hope you have a great day, whatever it is that you continue to do there while you're in quarantine. And just please continue to stay safe. And we can't wait till we can see you back here in the theater. Take care.